Barb. I'm back. Happy March. I'm here with some recommended reads, and I got a book for you. Let me see if I can pull up the title so I can gush about it while it's on the screen. Okay, Things Past Telling. It's a novel by Sheila Williams. It's the story of Miriam Grace, a West African girl who is kidnapped just by slave traders at the age of 10, and probably in the late 18th century, around 1760, 1770, and she lives for 112 years. So it takes us from 1780 through the War of 1812, the Civil War, all the way up to emancipation. In a lot of ways, it's an adventure story. Miriam is kidnapped by slavers. She becomes a midwife. She lives with privateers. She's active in the Underground Railroad. She falls in love. She has children. There are a lot of good things, and there are a lot of very tragic things that happen in her life. And I think the fact that there's both good and bad is what makes the book so compelling. We see a lot of facets of Miriam over her life. Yes, she's a slave, and it's a huge part of her identity, but it is only part. She's also a mother, she's a wife, she's a sister, and she's a daughter. And we see all these aspects of her. Now, granted, I'm a white woman living in leafy suburbs of New England. I have no idea what it's like to be a slave. I have no idea what it's like to be Black in America. I'm not even going to pretend that I do. But I am a woman, and I am a sister, wife, mother, daughter. And those parts of Miriam's life, they resonated with me. I understood what she was going through. I felt what she was going through. And I think because her character and the others around her, because she's not the only character, there's so many richly developed characters, that I think because they were so three-dimensional and so human to me, I'm not sure what kind of word to use. I don't know if it's I empathized or I better understood, but I came away with a better understanding. I guess better understood is the right word. I came away with a better understanding of the emotional toll that slavery took on these people. And it's one of the reasons I like reading own voice books, because they do bring a human aspect. They humanize the experience, and I think in a way that history books don't. And I think that one of the ways we can truly learn what history was all about is by seeing the human side and seeing the effects that it took on a person. But getting back to this book is not only interesting, because trust me, it is a really fascinating read. It's an adventure story. I mean, you got pirates, which, by the way, all of it is true. This is the part I loved, is Sheila Williams took a lot of the facts from history, and then she took a lot of stories from her own family's life. So these are all real anecdotes. These are real things that had a real basis in reality. It's not as fantastical as it seems when I know when you say, oh, it's got pirates and she's 112 years old. It's not that kind of book. It's a really interesting, intimate feeling adventure story about a woman who also was a slave, and the pain and suffering and joys that she went through in her life. The book itself is fabulously written. She is an amazing author. I don't know why she hasn't gotten more buzz before. This book was a New York Times summer read pick. I didn't know about it. It was recommended to me by Jana G. Noel from HF Chit Chat, who in turn got it from Piper Hughley, who is another author who I love. We're going to talk about this book more in depth and step into story coming up next week. I wanted to talk about it today because I devoured this sucker in a weekend. Okay. I sat down, I couldn't put it down. I woke up on a Sunday morning and I was right back to it. You need to read it. The paperback book just came out the end of February. If you like historical fiction, you don't have to be an own voices person. You don't have to be looking to learn about slavery. If you just like a good frickin' book, this is the book you need to read this month. It's called Things Past Telling by Sheila Williams. Now, I did read other books this month. I will write all those up. I recommend a couple more. I will write them up on my column, and you can read it later this weekend at barbarawallace.com. In the meantime, go online, buy this book, and get ready for a fantastic read. It is my early contender for Book of the Year. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. And those of you who are watching after the fact, please like and subscribe to the channel. We not only do I do these reviews every month, but Donna Allward and I dissect books. We interview authors and talk about writing on Step to the Story. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.